Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix my camera. Um, oh no, sorry about that. Just give me a minute. So today we're going to be discussing a very important topical issue. As you can see with what I have there, um, I'm going to talk about this matter between Kora Obidi and her estranged husband. I hope your week has been fantastic. I hope you had a nice week. I hope how time flies. We're now in the month of April. So, how many April fools were you able to? How many people were you able to to mislead today? April fool. Well, I didn't. I didn't. I didn't kind of. I think my daughter wanted to do April fool with me, but I caught her. I caught out the her tricks, and we laughed about it. One thing we must continue to pray about, especially for us that are mothers. May God not allow our children to marry our enemies. May God not allow our children to marry their own enemies. Couples do have a misunderstanding, and age has nothing to do with maturity. You can be 10 years of age and you can be very matured about the way you handle things, and you can be 50 years of age, you can be immature. Even the 10-year-old or 15-year-old might end up handling life's issues much, much better, especially when people lack experiences. And I keep saying it to the young people, be careful that you connect with somebody sexually doesn't mean that um, because of the thrills of that desire and sexual pleasure doesn't automatically mean that that person is your soulmate. A person who loves you, no matter how much misunderstanding, no matter how things have gone wrong between the two of you, will not come on social media just at the beginning of the misunderstanding to start announcing things. So it's either maybe that person never really loved you from the beginning, or maybe the person is extremely childish, to be quite honest. So now these two young couples, Kora Obidi, I think she's about 26 years of age, and her estranged husband, just Dr. Justin, who is 32 or going to be 33 this year, from the little research I carried out regarding them. I'm going to talk a little bit about the legal. I'm looking at their conduct, especially Dr. Justin's conduct. I'm looking at it from the legal perspective, and I suppose that it must be that he's actually seeking. There's somebody somewhere advising him, but unfortunately, it will appear that they might be advising him wrongly, because it looks like he's not even a good. He's not a good liar. He's not. Whoever is advising him is not doing a proper professional job at all, at all. And one thing we must understand, no matter how much we try to fight as adults, especially where there are children in the relationship, we must at every point in time think about the children, especially when the children are still minors, when they're still toddlers, as it is in this case between Kora Obidi and Dr. Justin. I don't know the extent of the. I may not know the extent of the misunderstanding between two of them, because they've not really come out. Justin has been coming out, dropping informations in bits and bobs. First and foremost, the the first outburst where he was videoing the wife and prompting her to say something, saying that repeat it. I'm not sure why anybody, a husband who actually professes love to, except of course for the purposes of victimization, I'm not sure why any man or any woman would have that kind of outburst, would make a private affair to make it to become public, and then prompting the other spouse to say whatever it is she was saying that was privately between them, to say it publicly on social media. You understand? Understanding that this social media, that's where this girl, that's what butters her bread, that's where she gets her livelihood. So I'm not sure why, no matter how angry he was on that day, I'm not sure why he did that. And then since then, he's been coming up on social media, um, trying to be on the limelight, trying to be a good father, telling the world how obviously he will never leave his two girls, trying to be obviously trying to create an impression. And he's been also talking too much for a man. And obviously, Kora has actually said just about a little about everything that is going on. He's called her names, called her a narcissist, called her an abuser, called her a cheat, all kinds of stuff. Who goes on social media and just kind of announces on social media that he's getting a divorce with the wife? Again, no matured man will do that. Again, I see that as somebody who is trying to prepare a legal case, trying to victimize the other spouse, either because perhaps he's scared of the outcome. Obviously, if things turn, if things actually goes worse between the two of them, trying to kind of build up a case against his estranged wife. I would imagine that those outbursts, they were a bit too um, ill-timed. They were ill-timed, so to say, because even when couples have a misunderstanding, opportunity is given for them to for there to be reconciliation. But a situation where you've made those kind of public outbursts, calling her a cheat, calling her a narcissist, trying to destroy her career. I wonder how it's like breaking all every avenue of trust, every trust that was between the two of you, breaking all the avenues of trust, causing. And I mean, this is a woman who at that time actually put to bed within 1 week. I mean, who does that? Who does that? And she is the weaker sex. She is the younger person. She has not come out to try to curry favor from even her followers. She is the one that is on a blogger. She started blogging even before you met her. And then obviously, this is what she does for a living. And then she has never tried to run down this her husband. But any little thing that has happened between the two of them, he has always used the social media as a tool of destruction, so to say. So I'm not really sure what Dr. Justin plans to benefit from his conduct. I'm also not sure who his advisors are. I won't. I just feel that my face is not so. The camera is a bit too far away from me. I'm also not sure who his advisors are, so to say. So um, yeah. So I'm going to. There's a recent outburst. I think yesterday where just Dr. Justin was saying kind of again on making some very serious allegations on the internet, saying telling the story about how his estranged wife, uh, actually made some comments that she regrets having the daughter and also having June, and then also the new baby. Now, let me make one correction there. You see, when couples are having an altercation, when couples are having misunderstanding, and when people are angry, they can say all kinds. I would imagine that if truly um, Kora mentioned anything about the daughter in any of the misunderstandings that they were having, in any of their exchanges, sometimes a woman can just say, "Oh, like I regret marrying you. If not for June, I would have been long gone. I would have left you." You see, she might not really mean it. She's not saying that she doesn't love June enough, but she's saying that the only thing that is still keeping her in the relationship, that is still making her have hope to make sure that that relationship works, is because of June, her daughter. If not for June, if I knew that you were like this, I'm not saying she said all of it, but I'm just kind of preempting that the worst case scenario, this might have been what transpired. But she might not have said these things in the way her estranged husband is now trying to portray her to make it look as if she's a bad mother. And the only reason why he wants to do that is to bring her credibility, Cora's credibility into question so that he can win the custody battle. But this is so not right. This is so not right. Because most importantly, these two young girls, they are underage. The little baby is just just turned 4 weeks. She's just about 4 weeks old now. The little girl is about 2 years plus, if I remember clearly from the information we gathered. So these girls at this tender age of their life, they need their mother. You of all people, a father who you are giving an impression to the world that you love your daughters, you care about them, you will never leave them. Less than 1 week after the birth of your second daughter, you abandoned them in the hands of their mother who just actually put to bed. And you did a runner and you were busy on the internet trying to curry favors from the internet, trying to buy her followers to your side, trying to paint her bad. You called her a cheat, you called her a narcissist, you painted all kinds of pictures about her. You even tried to stitch her up by setting her up to fail, asking her to repeat whatever it is the two of you were discussing privately. That is not the behavior of a man who cares for his two daughters. As a medical personnel or a healthcare practitioner, do you realize what it takes for a woman to bring forth a child to the world? Do you realize what it takes for a woman to bring a child to the world? As much as you love your two daughters, but you don't care what happens to their mother, that doesn't make you a good person. That doesn't show a person who has compassion, who once loved this woman. No matter what may have gone wrong between the two of you in private. But the little you have told us, you have not been able to provide any evidence. It is known that after you made an allegation that she cheated on you, you now went forth and apologized that she only cheated on you during the early stages of your relationship with her. But the impression you gave when you first made that public announcement was it looked as if she cheated on you during the period after you got married to her, to the extent that even her followers actually started thinking, started advising you, go and carry out a DNA test on your daughter, thinking that you may have abandoned them because you suspected that obviously the baby is not yours. And then you came back again to say you are sure those two girls, they are your biological daughters. So what is it exactly that you want? I see a man who is egocentric, and an extreme selfishness. I'm not sure also whether you are being threatened by the popularity and the success of this young woman that you call your wife. So you need to check yourself. You need to check yourself. The picture you are painting, Dr. Justin, doesn't tell well of you at all. You went to the extent of trying to say you wanted equal custody, but now you are going to fight to take full custody of the children. How dare you? To the extent that you even said your mom is going to come to bear witness against who? For what? About what? That she did what to you? That she did what to you? It is really. I'm trying to find the video where you were making these very serious allegations about Kora saying that she regrets having June, she regrets having June and also having the little girl. And you were deliberately untruthful also when you were trying to say to her, repeat it, that she pushed June, and June had a dislocated a wrist or whatever. That's not true, because what I saw in the video, June was actually on her own and she was actually calling you daddy, daddy, because of the aggression that she noticed around you when you were prompting the mom to repeat whatever it is you wanted her to repeat to implicate her. That is really so. It's like you just came out like portraying yourself as an enemy. You are supposed to be a husband, a protector. If not for anything, this young girl is the mother of your two children. She's the mother of your two children, for crying out loud. She's the mother of your two children. Why do you want to destroy her career? Why do you want to destroy her career? You were not a blogger before you met her. Now you've started blogging and you are trying to chase clouds, trying to, now you have about 211 211,000 likes on Facebook. I'm not sure how many followers and all of that. But well, even at that, you have not been considerate at all. Rather than even practicing your profession, you are now most times on the internet trying to paint a picture of a homely father, a loving father, and then while on the other side, the woman that brought these two girls into the world, you want to destroy her career. You want to shred her apart. You can't do that. You're not allowed. Now I'm looking at the legal aspect of it. I'm suspecting that the only reason why you want to do this, you want to destroy this woman so that if this case turns out to be a custody battle, you want to garner evidence against her to make her look like a bad mother, and then so you can take custody. But it's not on anybody's watch. The law will never be favorable to you. It doesn't matter. Never. You need to bring medical evidences to show that Kora Obidi has some kind of psychiatric problems, or that which causes her to be incapable, to be incapacitated to the extent that she is not able to be a fit mother. Until you have been able to do that, sorry, you cannot take those two children and have full custody of those two children. You cannot. You cannot. It is not acceptable anywhere in the world that a child who is a 1 month old should be handed over to the father when the mother is capable and able, both mentally and physically, to take care of her? It's not possible. Not at all. You're trying to paint a picture that she's been negligent. But I watched a video of her today with the whole house filled up with her friends and well wishers, helping her. The whole place was buzzing, helping her to take care of the child. One of her aunts was even carrying the new baby across her back, which is part of the African culture. So what is it? You have not even allowed this woman to heal from everything she went through during pregnancy and after pregnancy. This young girl just put to bed. The best you can do, no matter how much you hate her, is to at least allow her to heal. Allow her to heal. Give her a little time to recover. The whole drama, the whole saga is becoming too childish. It's becoming too childish. Too childish for comfort. This young girl has enough support. She has the necessary support that she requires. She has the necessary support that she requires. Look at taking care of the children, all the sleepless nights, breastfeeding and everything. And all you've been doing by the side is just to look for a way to pull her down, to pull her career down. And then coming on internet to boast that your mom is going to come and bear witness, she's a negligent mother, she's not a fit mother. I guess your attorneys, they must have told you, you need medical evidence to show that she's got a psychiatric problem, except you are able to prove that. And you are able to prove that maybe there's a level of substance misuse that is making her to be a negligent mother, or to show that she's incapacitated both physically and otherwise. In the absence of that, those children should be with their mother. If you cannot prove all of that with evidence, medical reports from her family doctors and all of that. You are in the medical field, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is actually said that you cannot really judge a book by its cover. I used to see you when you and this young girl, where I used to think that, oh, you are so matured, so gentle and everything. I didn't know that underneath that you are like spitfire. You are like such a vindictive man. You've just been victimizing this girl, trying to destroy her image, trying to pull down her career. You abandoned her when she needed you most. And then the only thing that is giving her hope, her two children, now you are boasting and raking and saying that you must make sure you take the two children from her. What do you want from her? And my advice to Kora, if she manages to come across this video, you need to seek appropriate legal advice on your true position. I heard that you have actually served him with a non-molestation order, you understand, to stop him from having access to the children. If that expires and he comes back into the life of the child, you've got to be careful. Everything you do around this man, any mark, you got to be careful. When he's coming to pick up the children, make sure the diapers are not wet. Make sure they are wearing nice clothes. Make sure there is no mark on them. Make sure they are prim and proper before you hand them over. And as you are doing that, take photographs also, because this man, actually, from what he is doing, there's every indication that he's trying to set you up to fail. So you've got to be careful. Maybe he's scared that if the custody of the children is given to his estranged wife, he knows what it means to pay child support. That's what he's trying to be scared of. So somebody must have advised him. That's why he's trying to build up. But he is so childish. This is a woman who brought two beautiful girls into the world for you, that now she made you a father. And this is all you can, no matter what transpired between the two of you, it's not that bad to the extent that you just want to destroy her. Just, she's got, I think, about 2 point something million followers or thereabouts. You just want to destroy her career. I am so disappointed. Young girls, there's a lot of life lessons you've got to learn from this. Don't marry a stranger. Don't marry people that you don't know. Don't marry because you think that the sex is right, or you think there's one body chemistry. You need to take your time to study people. When people show traces of a lack of compassion, a lack of empathy, when they show traces of extreme selfishness, when they show traces of inferiority complex, when they feel threatened by your success and your promotion as a woman, begin to look out for all those kind of things. People like that, they can do anything to pull you down as a woman. So you got to be careful. Dr. Justin Dean, I guess it's high time now you take a deep breath. You need to ponder over your actions. Ponder over your actions. Your actions so far does not show, does not tell well of who you are. You might be thinking that you are trying to destroy her, but actually you are. It's like it is said that he who lives in a glass house should not throw stones. You have indirectly actually portrayed yourself as a very vindictive, malicious young man, and it's unfortunate that you, even though you profess to love your children, you're actually not taking the best interest of your children into consideration, considering that this woman that you're trying to pull down her career is the mother of these two children. Let sleeping dogs lie. Let sleeping dogs lie. It will appear that even you are getting carried away by the followership. You're trying to live your life now on the internet. You're trying to live your life now on a make believe kind of lifestyle that you need to create stories and to manipulate stories just so your followers and the followers of your estranged wife so they can be on your side. But in doing all of this, remember that there are two young toddlers, innocent children that the two of you have brought to the world. I need you to show a level of maturity. Remember, when two elephants fight, it is the grass that ends up suffering. Try and show some empathy, try and show some compassion. This woman only just put to bed. She's only 26 years of age. She doesn't have immediate family members around her. Try and give her a breather. Show her a level of compassion. Young girls, young boys, I hope you are able to learn from this saga that all that glitters is not gold. The lifestyle that you require, that you desire, does not start and end in sexual intimacy. That's not what love is. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not think of how to pull down or to destroy. Love does not feel intimidated or does not feel small when the other is getting elevated or getting promoted. No, love is not jealous or envious. It is not destructive. May our children not marry our enemies. Kora Obidi, I wish you good luck. And my advice, go and seek the advice of anatomy. I know you're a smart girl. God bless you. Bye bye.